Big 550 KTRS.
$8:55 here at Big 550 KTRS. Caroline Stolzer from Beck Elder Law joined us for a couple minutes. Welcome back. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about the importance of estate planning for young families. You yourself, a young family. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Me being young family myself with a 5-year-old, I just went through this with you guys. Glad I did. But a lot of people like to bury their head in the sand and say, I'm too busy. I'll deal with it later. Why get it done now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, first of all, once somebody turns 18 years of age, their parents can no longer make decisions for them financially or medically. Also, once you get married, your spouse doesn't automatically have that authority to make those financial or medical decisions. So you need to have a power of attorney in place for both finances and health care. Really once you're 18, but definitely if you want your spouse to be able to make decisions once you're married as well.
It's amazing how much misinformation is out there about how all this. You would think once you're married, there would be certain rights and privileges along the way.
Exactly, and a lot of people assume that, and that's incorrect.
Yeah. Okay, good. So get it done. Don't worry about it. The hardest part's the phone call.
Absolutely.
You guys have set it up so I don't even need to call you anymore.
Yeah. So a big piece of it is that we do recommend people set up their phone call. We call it a book a call on our website. But McGraw doesn't need to do that anymore. And our existing clients don't need to do that anymore. That's more of an introductory phone call.
Right.
Just to kind of find out what we can do for you and what your situation is. I wanted to go back really quick as far as young families setting things up. Something that's equally important to power of attorney documents is making sure that your guardianship is set up within your wills for any children that are under the age of 18. And I'm sure we did that for you too, McGraw.
Yeah, talk about that for a second, because that's really an important thing. God forbid you go out and you get hit by a bus. What happens to the kids?
Exactly. I mean, obviously, we don't really anticipate that. We don't expect it, but we have to plan for the unexpected. And if something happens to you and or the other parent of the child, then we don't necessarily want the courts making that decision on who is going to raise them if something happens.
That was one of the nicest things about the whole process, and the whole peace of mind was, right, I was in there because I wanted to, God forbid something happens to me, I want her taken care of. And you guys were like, okay, that's a good energy to be here. Now, let us tell you all the terrible things that can happen and make sure that you're protected for it, right? All I knew is I wanted to be protected. You guys came in and said, okay, God forbid this and this and this, and things I never even thought about.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is what you're supposed to do. That's the whole idea. Yeah. And then again, for people who are just curious, there's a free consultation so you can sort of walk them through some of the things they need to be thinking about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So not only do we have that free 15-minute phone call, we also have a free consultation, which is 60 to 90 minutes with an attorney. It would either be myself or Jay Lennox or Matt Fuhr. Kind of come in, find out what we can do for you, and we'll go through everything.
Your father was a lawyer in this field, right? Is that right?
He still is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He assists people that are high net worth, so we're a little bit different.
Right.
And we can refer off to one another. But yes, that's kind of where I started.
That's a great point, right? Yes, high net worth people need to be taken care of, but regular net worth people like me and everybody else needs to be taken care of.
100%. And that's our typical client is the average Joe, the average family. It's just so important. You don't need to be ultra wealthy in order to have this stuff in order and have things set up for your family.
And you don't need to be ultra wealthy to be caught in a nightmare scenario, which is how I found you guys. My mother was very modest means, but she had a house. She owned it for 40 years and 6 kids. And how do you figure that out? So that's why you guys were there for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. Caroline Stolzer, BeckElderLaw.com, right? That's where you go. Book a call, more information, phone numbers, Facebook, all that stuff.
Or give us a call, 636-946-7899.
BeckElderLaw.com. BeckElderLaw.com. Caroline Stolzer. Thanks for coming in.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You got it. 8:59. Quick check of traffic. Let's do Captain Paul. Captain Paulie. They're either